Lock. I got him. Now, Tank. Now.
Welcome to your doom. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
I want to. Well, I want to hear you tell them.
Sure. Okay, so what it was, I don't remember how long ago it was. It was probably about 11 years ago. My mom swung by work, and I just, speaking of which, she watched this. Hey, Mom, you're going to hear the story that...
Oh, hi, Molly.
Yeah. She swung by, and she was like, I adopted this cat, because she's like, I've been feeling down lately, a little depressed. I got this cat. You want to come out and see it? And I'm like, okay. So I go to the car. She opens the car. She opens the box. The cat just... sprints, runs right by all of us, jumps between two of us, and I'm like chasing it because this is my mom's antidepressant cat, and it's running across the road, and I had to like kind of stop this cat to cars, and it crossed, and I was just like, I was worried I wouldn't catch the cat because I've never caught a cat in an open
Cat's
field.
just doing Frogger.
Yeah, no, it literally, yeah. Mother's depression worsens when son's killed catching cat. No, but it goes across the street behind this apartment building. I'd never seen this spot. There was like one of those outside staircases that just went down, and the cat had cornered itself at the bottom of it, and I could barely see it through about 10,000 layers of cobwebs. And I just was like, oh, I'm going to really do this. And I just walked through the cobwebs. like literally when I gave her
I just
me and
pictured
the
him
cat,
going, Jehovah starts with an I.
Dude, it looked like I had a sheath on or something. Like, dude, my clothes and that cat were different color when I handed it back because it just, and I could see the spiders moving. I felt like how drug addicts feel, but I could see it. I was like, thanks for bringing your cat by, Mom. I hope this cat works out and really.
I hope it makes you happy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go jump in the
Not
river.
working for me though.
Yeah, no,
I'm still like picturing you go through the cobwebs though, like very Indiana
awful.
Jones, like a pendant man kneels.
Yeah, no,
Man, I'll tell you, I'm glad that your story worked out that way because last time a middle-aged woman told me to come out and look at the pussy in her car, it was a different story.
Welcome to the Non-Essentials Podcast. This is episode 106.
It wasn't Molly.
No. Episode 106, starting off strong.
Yeah. Lots of pussy talk.
Exactly. I want to say thank you for everybody sending stories. We got a bunch of them to go through.
Thank you very
this
much.
Week.
I don't know if we said it last time, but thank you very much, listener R, for dropping this big bad bear by. We've been
yeah.
hammering it.
It's really been making a mark on my liver.
Yeah. I hope everybody enjoyed episode 105A with Elizabeth Bathory. I had a few people say that they were creepily interested in it. So it was an intense story.
I had never heard of it, but actually,
I had heard of it. I'd heard of her. I'd heard more of the urban legends or whatever, or the spun out of like, oh well, she bathed in blood. But then like when Renee broke down the math of like, this is what it would take to fill that thing, and then it was like, it's not. You're more just sitting in a pool of Jello at the end. You know? It's not like
not
just
impossible.
coagulating.
It's just hard to coordinate. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's frustrating. But yeah, I actually made a poster out of that one just because it had such like good imagery, and I was pretty happy with the way it turned out.
Yeah. So those posters are available for our Patreon members, and you want to plug the Patreon?
Yeah, I was gonna say we have a Patreon page where we're trying to do more engagement. One of those include we got the cloaca knives.
Cloaca.
And also like posters, but also we're gonna start doing like tickets to the Comedy Cabin.
Yes. So
like
there's
that.
the Comedy Cabin located here in Janesville, Wisconsin. We're gonna be doing drawings every month for tickets for the Patreon members.
Tickets, or if you want to get your own, cabinlaughs.com. And again, this isn't like, we have really no vested interest except it's our buddy that's starting a really great thing, and we're really trying to help it thrive. And it's been 2 weekends in a row of sold out shows.
I know.
And
exactly.
I can't say enough good things about it.
I heard the door guy is really handsome.
Yes.
Is that because it was you?
It was me.
I'm gonna have to put a mirror up there so
Sometimes.
you don't think that.
Yeah.
So,
I start a fight with myself like a parakeet.
like a beta fish. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, let's get. I was just gonna get right into Would You Rather, unless you got somewhere you want to go.
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay, so in honor of the holiday coming up,
National Singles Awareness Day.
Groundhog's Day. I don't know. Is that even a holiday?
I was
gonna
doing
say,
February 14th.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you got it. All right. All right. So this is gonna be a Groundhog's Day type scenario. So basically, you'd be stuck.
Are these Groundhog's Day facts?
No. It's,
Did you know that a groundhog can die after having sex?
yeah.
least the one I fucked did.
There
Come
you
on,
go, yeah.
come on. Anyway, all
right,
right, we're
all
having fun here, guys.
All right. All right, so would you rather, and again, you'd be waking up like this every day. Would you rather wake up every day almost hungover enough to throw up? Or is that an every day?
Yeah.
Okay. Or you have to go to a prostate exam.
Dude, I'm going with the first one. I already kind of do it.
Really? Like, I'm talking like where no matter how much eggs you eat, you're never, like, by the end of the day, you're still kind of, like, I hate those hangovers that last,
or
like,
just
2
get
days.
fingered in the butt.
Yeah, but you have to go. And,
I mean-
and there's no getting used to it. You know, it's like, it's always fresh.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I've slipped through the toilet paper enough times. I think it's like hardening, like callousing.
Well,
I've got a bidet now, and you turn that thing up too high, man. Like, you give yourself a colonoscopy.
Sure. I think that's the route I think that's the route I'd probably go with this too, just because like that hangover is horrible.
I think I would just take myself in to get my prostate checked if I had a hangover every day. Now that you say that,
Sure.
like, is this cancer? Is this butthole cancer?
Do you remember someone had done the math? I'll have to look it up, but the math of how
Groundhog
long
Day?
Bill Murray was stuck in that movie.
Was it like 33 years?
It was.
Okay.
Because it was essentially like how long does it take to master a piano?
Is that the 10,000 hours?
Yeah, and they basically just elaborated every skill that he built.
Well, I'm
Essentially
pretty
stuck
good.
in that movie
I've
for
spent
33
10,000
years.
hours to master
Baiting. There you go.
There we go. I was baiting him into that.
Sure.
Yeah.
But actually, you're probably not wrong because there's a whole sleep study thing where, and this is kind of true, but they think like basically the thing you do before you go to sleep is the thing your brain decompresses and like learns the best at. So
I just dream about beating off dudes all day.
yeah.
Is that why I have night terrors?
That's probably why you wake up with a hangover. It's probably all those skiing dreams.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
certainly hope I wake up alone.
All right, I'm quitting the podcast. All right, so speaking of jacking off a bunch of dudes,
Speaking of, okay,
yeah,
sure.
no, are you guys tired of hearing about that lady?
The cop?
This lady right here.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
no, I'm
like
not.
You just know who she is by her hairline. YouTube
Yeah.
watchers are watching this right now.
Are you tired of it?
Oh my God! I think I have a question for you. Do you think that community fleshlight would be like have created such a splash if she wasn't so weird looking?
Like if she was hot?
Yeah, she was hot. I'd be like, yeah, I mean that tracks.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean? But like,
She had the hottest, that hot attribute called only.
yeah, I know. I mean, to be fair, I get it. You know, it's like,
Listen, I get that everybody's tired, but I'm like, listen, I swear, a meme, like all the memes of the world don't focus so singularly on such a good subject once in a while, and like I'm just collecting them. I think
they
they're
have
very
all,
funny.
Yeah, Jake's been going bananas on them. I'll tell you,
They
like,
crack me up all the time. I don't want to
will
hear
say
about
this.
world problems. I want more cop fuck memes.
you've said this, and in the military, I was in an all male unit, and eventually, after a while, you're just like
That's
looking
where you
at
get those dreams from.
Yeah, exactly. No, eventually, after a while, you're just like looking up that like upside down mop leaning up against the wall. You're like,
Yeah, man.
all right.
Yeah.
She's looking all right.
No, that's true. Like, no, you come from the generation I come from, where it's like we'll be the last ones that can probably do it without a screen.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like
yeah.
I've had a joke with my son's 11 now, and I've been kind of like, hey, you got to start knocking. It's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I don't know what the timeline is. I don't know what phones do.
You know how that one sock kind of like stands on its own?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I mean, the thing is, I'm coming from a generation where if something was curvy enough, that worked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got
usually
phones.
it was too curvy because it was just the scrambled screen.
Oh,
you know?
I love that. Yeah,
Like, that's a nipple.
yeah. I swear to
Done.
God, you assembled it in your mind.
That
You found the
the
tit.
Sears bra catalog. You know.
Yeah, you found the tit and you like tracked it, and the whole screen was like undulating in and out. You had to like assemble it in your mind. I swear to God, and it's also green. And I swear that's why we were fine with Gamora and Guardians of the Galaxy being like, this works. We're fine with this. Like,
Oh man.
no, I've started getting real loud going upstairs. Be like, oh, I'm going upstairs now.
Right?
Oh, almost
Just-
at the top.
You know what? Actually, one of our listeners is a former corrections officer, and he said that because he'd walk in on that shit happening all the time, or dudes fucking like in their jail cells. So he goes, you know what? He goes, I got told this and I didn't realize it how intensely I had to stick to this rule, but like loud keys and squeaky boots.
Yeah, no,
I don't see anything. You know,
I would
like,
spray
you
the
start
bottom of my
creeping on,
boots
like,
before I
"Go!"
did my rounds. I'd have a Tic Tacs in my pocket. You know, just like, I don't want to see that. I try not to walk in a good rhythm in case they use that. You know,
like you're dancing with maracas. Salsa music.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so just making salsa. Anyway, I don't apologize for that. So anyway, so I wanted to say that like the internet, I mean, you said that the entire world had gotten on board, at least, you know, my timeline.
A lot of guys definitely in that video got on board.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But anyway,
Where's the body cam?
yeah.
I mean, just like, where? Can
you've
we
never
hold on?
seen
Can
the body cams during like scuffles? They fall off under the car.
Can we hang out on this subject a little more to where like
Well, no,
I seen some people they were
I
just
got a
like,
bit about it.
what about the guys? Aren't they a jerk too? It's like, no, they were just cheating on. They were just fucking one person who happened to be fucking 4 other people. Like
I don't know why, but I'm just picturing her on a Lazy Susan.
yeah. Done. Next.
I'm on my break.
I was joking. It was probably like urinal rules. Like,
By the way, I just hit 10,000 steps making a joke about her.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like, you know, you're in the
Fitness.
bathroom with a urinal. You don't look at another guy. Eyes on your own work. That's what's going on.
So anyway, I wanted to say that the internet works at like light speed, and like when we brought her up in episode 105, it was literally happened that day. I was like,
yeah, something's happening right now. That's hilarious.
And then it's like right now it's like, oh yeah, her. Like I recognize it by a hairline, you know. But I wanted to say I gotta at least bring her up another time, even though I feel like Jake's not gonna let it go.
I'm not.
But I want to at least mention that she is apparently offered $10,000 to do 2 shows at a strip club.
Do it. You got fired.
Yeah, exactly.
Do
it. But I want, this is why the joke is even funnier for me, is because and Jake and I, we've talked about this particular franchise. Do you remember the franchise of strip clubs that we've talked about?
It's the, give me a second, the Wild Horse.
No, that's the one we went to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In San Francisco, and that was Crazy Horse.
Yeah.
Allegedly, but no, but the one that I'm talking about, it's a franchise. I think they own over 200 like strip clubs, but it's called DeJa Vu.
Okay.
Are you not having DeJa Vu about this?
No.
Okay. Well, anyway,
Sure,
we've
yeah.
talked about DeJa Vu, and this might jar your memory because I wanted to joke about their motto, and I was like, you know what? Do you remember that their motto? It was like DeJa Vu, Gentlemen's Club, and it said like thousands of beautiful girls and 3 ugly ones. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah. And so anyway, so I actually
Honestly, I would trust that ratio. I'd be like,
hold on.
You know
No,
what?
because the reason why I've talked about this is probably like 2 years ago on the podcast. I was like, that was like the running joke because there was one like near the base, whatever. Be like, oh, we got all 3 tonight. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, right? So I'm like, God damn it. And so anyway, but I wanted to make sure I had that motto verbatim for the podcast, and I got to say, I actually Googled it.
Yeah.
And there's a trademark logo sign behind it, so it's like they trademarked that phrase too.
It's actually a really funny phrase. Is it similar to that joke when you're like, between me and my brother, we know everything. They ask you a question, you're like, my brother knows that one. Because you're always getting the 3 ugly ones, right?
Yeah.
This is brilliant.
Well, I'm
I
just
love it.
saying, like, I feel like, you know, they're going to be like, oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Like 2 shows, 10 grand. But I mean, I was sitting there thinking, like, you know what? I mean, she could make a quick 10 grand, but do you know where she'd make a shit ton of money given her fame?
OnlyFans.
Yes. Thank you.
OnlyFans.
And I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't pay. I'd probably Google it. You know, like safe search is off.
I don't think I would pay either.
Yeah.
But I got friends that will. I know. It's a Garth Brooks song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm usually the friend in low places,
Yeah.
so that's
It's like if you catch me paying for porn, something went wrong. You know, come help. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Like,
I've been kidnapped. I'm
Yeah.
signaling for help. Okay, so now that we're gonna do bad cop, good cop. Okay. Okay.
What kind of
she actually, how about we'll do naughty cop,
she
good
was
cop.
great cop. I'm surprised it wasn't
She
like
raised morale and wieners. Okay, so
I haven't seen one. What was it? Not I haven't seen one Super Troopers meme. I'm waiting for like the Farva. Like, do you need backup?
Yeah. No Farva.
Yeah, I'm just glad Ursula got
Tony,
fucked.
Are you gonna make that meme for us? All right.
Ursula had a big forehead too.
Okay, that's a 5 head. So anyway, no, we're gonna do naughty cop, and then now we're gonna do good cops. Right. This is gonna lead right into my tip of the hat. All right. So now this is about the Cumberland Police Department, not the. Okay. No? I thought you were gonna hit it. Okay, so anyway, so this is about the Cumberland Police Department. They were obliging a little girl's request. She sent. Stop it. There's a little girl.
Did it. You
Stop it. There's a little girl.
You preloaded that.
I don't want to pre anything. So anyway, so they
continue the joke.
I'm so used to preing my pants. So anyway, but no, this little girl, she sent in little baggies. She sent in a half-eaten cookie and some baby carrots. You saw this? Yes. Okay, and then some baby carrots that were eaten as well, right? And now she requested to the police department that for them to run DNA analysis on this. Okay, she wanted to prove that Santa was real. And I love the fact that this police department.
Santa doesn't eat baby carrots.
What? I'm sorry. Hello. What eats carrots that would be related to Santa? Reindeer.
Wait, what? He took it back down the chimney and left it on the plate? Think it through, you dumb bitch. So, anyways, keep going.
I'm sorry. What if that little girl listens to this horse shit?
Then she's got shit parents.
Yeah. That is
she,
true.
Matilda? Jesus Christ, is she fucking DNA testing?
Okay, so anyway, so she wanted to prove that Santa was real. Now, the police department, they filled out a full forensic evidence report. And they were having fun with it, and
sure.
And it was just very sweet thing, very endearing thing. But they even did like a complete press statement about the situation. The Cumberland Police Report. They said that they were also asking the state to compare bite marks on the carrots with other dental records of the reindeer.
Dude, what if Santa committed a rape in the 80s?
Yeah. He's like, shh, I know when you're sleeping. Know when you're awake.
Yeah. I heard bells.
He's like, hold on, let's get the ASMR. Like, you're on the naughty list.
Oh, he had buttons. Come on. It's Santa.
Wrecking the zipper. Oh, I'm leaving it down. Okay, so anyway.
Hate to rain in your parade, dear. Go, keep going.
All right. Well, speaking of reindeer, Santa's reindeer, which one of Santa's reindeer did the dinosaurs hate the most?
Comet.
I
actually I did the math on that. I'm like, no, maybe.
Yeah. I hope that's not
Blitzen.
too soon or what. So anyway, now the health department, they also put out a tweet later that Monday saying that it applied to have the most current and technological advanced methods to solving the case, but weren't quite able to definitively confirm or refute the presence of Santa at their house. Maybe going back to the rape you were just talking about.
Yeah.
So for all we know, Santa is probably back at the North Pole, and this is now a cold case.
There you go.
All right, sorry. I brought all that up to say that joke.
Is that what I'm like, he's got something in his back pocket.
No payoff, but all right. So, but I just wanted to say, I thought it was pretty cute, though, that this little girl, I mean, you could see the pictures. If you want to do a stop at Google, that would be a great time. But you could see, that she baggied up all this shit.
Sure. And
delivered it to the police department. And it's like, man, true crime shows are going to make some scary criminals. She's
actually,
wiping shit clean.
I got something I can go into. But before we go into that, I do want to say, in a weird way.
You have something on little girls?
This reminds me of my daughter this year. So she found out that the Tooth Fairy is me this year. And here's how she did it. She did it because she compared the Tooth Fairy note's handwriting to my handwriting.
Oh, my God.
And
see what I'm talking about? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Dude, I would have been just like, it could have been my handwriting. Dude, I have a fucking, this is a real story. I think I may have brought this up a couple years ago. A real story. I have a distinct story of my mother, waking up. It was before I moved to Arizona, so I was probably 5 years old. I have a distinct memory of my mother going what is she doing? She was going into my piggy bank to get money out because she didn't have any. I was like, huh? That tracks. Whatever. And I remember going over to my piggy bank the next day because was that a dream? And I was like, there's more money in there because kids know how much money's in the piggy bank because they count it 6 times a week.
I have $17.16.
Yeah, exactly. You ask a kid, parents, ask your children how much money they have in their piggy bank.
They do remember.
They will know. And so I'm like, I didn't make any money on this at all, and it still didn't even register.
I'm down
and
one
then
tooth.
she's doing she's like doing ink blots.
Well,
she's doing. This says GS.
So let me say about this is a bit of my fault. Like I have fun with the kids to where ever since they were little, I used to draw a little diagram. And I would take the tooth and I would say, thank you for the tooth. This tooth is labeled 1348. It will go here in the machine. I would draw a diagram of a machine where they would have a gear and your tooth would go there. And the rest of it was
good
classified. and basically for the kids, they thought the tooth fairy was building this giant machine for some nefarious purpose. Yeah. But what's interesting is once she found out, then she lost another tooth and suddenly the tooth fairy didn't come for 2 or 3 days. And then she's like, hey, I lost a tooth. Tooth fairy didn't come. It's like, yeah, I hear that they don't come if you don't believe in them. And so all of a sudden, I believe again. So I left money and I noticed plenty of evidence for Santa, but I don't think she wants to tug on that thread of that sweater yet. She's like, listen, I'm not fucking risking presents for truth this year. Sorry, guys.
She's a smart kid,
I don't know if I'm a good parent or a bad parent or what it is, but
I'm sure there's a Venn diagram and you're in the middle of it.
No, it's I just imagined her and his therapist. He made me think the tooth fairy was building a machine.
Yeah. Then I started hearing about how the Nazis took gold teeth out of the victims.
Yeah. But so to go
my
back,
dad had to do with it.
Where
was he in 1940?
To go back to the true crime thing, I do have somewhere to go with that. Do you have? Do you have something to add?
Tee off.
Okay, so I saw this thing. It was a guy named Brian Walsh. Anyone heard of that in the audience? Okay, so
you've heard?
Okay, Brian Walsh is being accused of killing his wife, and I thought this was interesting. They do not have a body, and I was like,
"There's no body of evidence."
Exactly. So this is what I kind of looked into it. So this is what happened on New Year's Eve. His former wife Anna, mother of 3, she's been missing since New Year's Eve. And I was like, guess someone made a resolution.
Be single.
I'm done.
And ready to flamingo.
So I have a stat here. See if you can guess. Okay. Since in the 1800s to 2020, there's been more than 500 cases without a body. Guess what the conviction percentage is? Just
single digits.
86%.
86% on circumstantial evidence?
No body.
All right.
So, because I thought this would be an impossible task. So then I looked into Brian Walsh, and if you look it up, he's a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm just going to read. Okay. Basically, corpus delitus is Latin for body of crime, meaning sufficient evidence that a crime must be shown. These are the Google searches days after his wife went missing. Can you be charged with a murder without a body?
He should have used Firefox fucking what that dumb bitch in Florida. What's her name?
Oh,
Casey Anthony.
Casey Anthony. Yeah, I thought of that case too. Yeah,
he doesn't listen to nonsensical
podcasts. It was 87%, and then
he doesn't listen to nonsensical podcasts because we would have told him to use DuckDuckGo.
Okay. So here's another Google search. Dismemberment and the best way to dispose of a body.
How to disarticulate your wife's limbs.
Yep. Can you identify a body with broken teeth?
He said that?
Yeah, that's a Google search.
Oh, that is gross.
Hacksaw, best tool for dismemberment? Question mark?
Google's you don't need to do the question mark. We get it, buddy.
Let me plow through the rest of this. Okay, so
can I just say, imagine Clippy?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
looks like you're getting ready for a body.
Wife. Looks like you could use some help.
Yeah. Looks like you got.
Can you do a graphic of Clippy?
Yeah. Looks like you're filing. Looks like you're not filing jointly this year.
Here's your 1099.
Yeah. So 10 trash bags of evidence have been found at garbage collection stations containing apparent bloodstains, a hacksaw, a hatchet, towels, rags, gloves, a heavily stained rug, full body hazmat suit, as well as her COVID vaccine card, which get the fuck out of here.
He doesn't own a match?
Prada purse with a necklace that was in recent photos.
Was it a pearl one? Grow up.
Hopefully.
The woman's dead.
He might as well just jacked off on the bag.
Probably did.
Too.
I probably would have.
So in the home they found
just it's just send her off.
Dude, in the home they found a bloody knife. Fucking Clue Town.
Is it? Yeah. It's Colonel Mustard.
Yeah, blood in his car, And apparently at a Home Depot on January 2nd, Walsh wore a face mask and rubber gloves as he bought mops, brushes, tape, a Tyvek hazmat suit with boot covers, buckets, baking soda, and a hatchet. So yeah, I walked into this like I walked into this. How can you convict without a body? I'm like, oh, that's how.
Yeah. I mean, why? I mean, does he have an alibi?
The glove don't fit.
Yeah. It's a latex glove, and
Yeah.
you can put it on Andre the Giant's hand.
Yeah.
He's like, I was writing a novel.
Yeah.
Researching a novel.
This does remind me of like I think it was like a California senator. I always joke about this, but it was like I remember he killed his girlfriend and he like cut her fingers off. He took all her teeth out, and everybody was like,
Condit.
"What's that?"
Gary
Gary
Condit.
Condit. Okay, so and everybody was like, "He's a serial killer. He's a monster," and I was just like, "He's just watched too much CSI."
Yeah.
That's all that's going on here. And I remember
Yeah,
the way.
he's a big fan of Grissom.
Yeah, and the way he got caught was apparently in the body, the serial number on the breast implant linked it, and I was like, dude, he's the first guy to get titty fucked.
In court.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
All right.
Man,
So that's
where'd
what
you
I
go
had.
from
That's what I
titty
had.
fucking a dead body.
I know you're talking about getting away with true crime.
Yeah, no, that's
Sorry,
that
I
was,
took
that
the
was
ball.
a perfect lead off. I like it. All right. Well, I have a couple movie recommendations. Well, I'm sorry, just recommendations in general. We would do these occasionally in the very beginning of the podcast, and I haven't done it in a while. I was sitting there thinking, like, you know, I need to do this again here
I
and
wonder if
there.
you're gonna do the one that I'm gonna recommend too.
We'll see.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got a book, Instagram, TV, and I guess now, because we said True Romance earlier.
Oh
like,
yeah.
What listeners watched the movie True Romance. If you want to, I feel like we've already done this recommendation in the past, but I gotta say, like, if you want to see like all of these big name actors do like just tiny little cameos, you're like,
Yeah.
right there,
Exactly,
there he
yeah.
is. You know,
Yeah,
like,
if you want to see Brad Pitt spill a bong, watch True Romance.
you want to see Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Be,
And actually, like another
be Elvis
tidbit,
Presley.
written by Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah. So no, it's a very, very good, very good movie, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. Listen to or go watch True Romance, and if you do, let us know what you think. Okay, so that was off the hip shot there because we were talking about earlier.
Well, what happened was I found out like my wife never watched movies in the 90s. I'm like, we have so much work to do.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and I get to go through them again, but Jesus, Lindsay.
Yeah, just don't let her watch Fight Club because she's gonna get you.
Actually, that was a true thing.
The
She hadn't
source
seen
code.
it. She hadn't seen Fight Club, and I was like, let's watch it. And as I'm watching
It's
it,
like
I'm
the
like,
Rosetta Stone
Yeah,
for
I'm like-
your husband.
I feel like I'm like, I don't want you to see my source code.
Yeah. Is that what you try to feel? You're going to destroy something beautiful? So anyway, so I got to tell you, so my book recommendation is based off of this, and it's gonna tee off to my TV show recommendation. Now, I happen to watch a about to be mentioned TV show, and I'm like, God damn it, this is fucking good, you know? And I was like, I need to like read a book. I need to like check out like some books about this exact topic because I remember the series that I read. The author, his name is J.L. Bourne, fantastic author, and really fun reads.
Jason Bourne?
J.L. Bourne.
Okay.
Jiminy Crickets,
Okay,
Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
So anyway, so J.L. Bourne, and he wrote, it was like Day by Day Armageddon, and it was a trilogy. And
What's
I
it
loved
about?
it. Post-apocalyptic, and I'll get into it.
Okay, sure.
And then all of a sudden I look, and I'm like, let me look up to see if he's written any more books. I'm like, holy fuck, there's a fourth book, you know, in the same series.
Sure.
Right? So I'm like, God damn. So I looked it up, and it's zombie apocalypse stuff.
I thought you were going there with this.
Zombie.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure,
So
yeah.
so anyway, so I hammered through that. Bought the fourth book. I hammered through it. So there's my my book recommendations. If you like zombie books, post-apocalyptic stuff, like J.L. Bourne is fantastic author. But then I guess we can go right into. I'm assuming we were talking about the same thing.
Last of Us.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, if you have not watched Last of Us, like besides the fact that you got all of the Curb Your Enthusiasms on HBO and all the Sopranos, now you're about to have all the Last of Us.
Sure.
You know, like go like watch Last of Us. Like I hate how into the show I am. You know, because like because normally even with like The Walking Dead and stuff like that, because like I would like wait till the entire like a season was done, then I'd just buy the season, I'd just watch at my leisure. Now I'm just like like a goddamn crack fiend. You know, like I'm like, watch it again.
Yeah.
You know, like clean.
Wait a week? What
yeah,
the
yeah,
fuck?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's you know. Yeah. So anyway, so Last of Us. It's
Are you gonna gush more on it? Because like
I can keep gushing on it, but I
Well-
just want to say like it's so well done. It's so close to the video game, and I mentioned it earlier to Tony. And Tony, can you come up to the microphone and say what you said earlier? Because for those of you that don't know or new listeners, but Tony is our fact checker. His wife is an artist for Marvel. She does Marvel comics. She's a colorist. So
step in.
right here,
Yeah. Come on.
on my lap, buddy.
All right.
Shh. It's me, Casper.
This is the first YouTube sexual assault.
You guys getting that kids
Yeah.
reference? Okay, speak into it.
So there is a prequel comic book that my wife Rochelle worked on before she went exclusive to Marvel, and it's the prequel to The Last of Us. Is called The Last of Us: American Dreams.
Sorry, I'm taking a picture of you in the middle of this, so we'll look at the picture. But yeah, his wife literally worked on the prequel to Last of Us, and actually, I kind of forgot. I didn't know you'd played the game, but I was like, so I'm if you played the game, they're doing a fantastic, like any deviation they've done from the game actually makes sense in the show.
Yeah,
to where
yeah.
it's just like in the video game, you know, there's certain video game
Yeah, it's
characteristics
not like
that are a little
it's
better.
not like with like Mario in the Tanuki suit.
Yeah.
You know, with the balls.
I mean, there's balls. but-
You know, so like no, I really appreciate it. And I remember when you were talking about it, and you said that, and I don't want to do any spoilers. When you were talking about it, and your wife's like, "Oh," and you're like, don't get to it that.
yeah.
In the first episode, because
Yeah.
like about like I don't know what 8 minutes into the game, you're like, "Oh, all right." Like,
Well, so I think I
went
did.
dark.
I think I did recommend something way back, but what they had done, the people that made Last of Us, what they had done previous to this was probably my favorite thing to watch in like the last 5 years. It was Chernobyl. So Chernobyl was
I've
one of
still
the best.
never seen that, but
Yeah.
you guys you've had it playing at the
It's just
shop
one of the
here and
most. If you like history, you know, and I guess drama, Chernobyl is a fantastic thing to watch. But they're the same people that made Last of Us, and they brought a seriousness and a tone to it where it is long episodes. Don't sit down for a 30-minute one. It's like each episode is essentially a movie, but it's worth it.
I don't think you're gonna want to like get up. From
Yeah, it's
it
like
anyway.
I can't.
It's actually like a very to me. I was like like that, but it was like it was.
The only thing that can make it better is if I didn't know what was going to happen because I played the games. But it's
enough.
still great.
No,
if
it's
you
a
played
fantastic.
The games.
It's
So,
a fantastic episode.
HBO, give us money. We did what you said.
Yeah, we did the thing.
Give
No,
us all
I-
2 cents.
No, but I just wanted to I wanted to keep going with it for a little bit longer.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so but I wanted to say I like it when like zombie themed shows and movies are like have some sort of like shred of possibility.
Yeah.
Okay, because like you know, Reagan, 28 Days Later, it was like rabies.
Dude, those are kill yourself zombies.
You know what I mean? That's like, well,
I was like,
that's
hey, can I
that.
borrow your gun real quick? I'll give it right back.
You know, but no, I mean, that's basically rabies. It was kind of like tangible, right?
Yeah.
You know, or there's the, but like versus like Walking Dead stuff where it's like, come on, man, that's like an arm and a head, and it's like crawling at me. You know what I mean? It's like, come on,
Dude, with
you know,
Walking
like
Dead,
I know
like-
what ligaments do
Can we
after
rant
6
about
months.
this for a second? But like, here's the thing: Walking Dead. You found out they're attracted to sound. Dude, put some fucking wind chimes hanging slightly off a cliff and fill up chasms like Japanese beetle bags. What are you doing? There's a finite amount of people. Get a couple steamrollers. Crank the wheel all the way to the left. Turn them on every 2 weeks and just let them. Eventually, it'll be fine.
Mush.
One generation will have horrible PTSD, but the others, they'll get like Walking Dead. You can take the teeth out, hook them up to the treadmill.
Teeth stuff again.
Yeah.
There's a trend.
No, like it's
a
like
problem.
You know the term treadmill. You know where treadmill comes from. It used to be a treadmill. Used to be you would push a yoke around the circle and literally
To make grain?
make grain. It was called a
yeah.
treadmill. Hook some zombies up. Like we're not. The world's not over. You have an endless source of energy in people again, but they don't have brains. You have slaves again. Do it. It's fine. So that was my problem with Walking Dead.
All right.
Or they would be like, "There's an abandoned church in the woods. Let's hole up here." Like, dude, just get a fucking boat. So, anyways, Last of Us is good.
All right.
So,
Well, I mean, I guess he did a bit of a spoiler alert for J.L. Bourne's. No, just kidding. So anyway, now the reason why I'm mentioning it too is
what,
I
they
want
got
to.
a boat.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna
why
read
not?
this book now. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
it's a 4-part series, so it's fantastic. Actually, as we speak, Renee is reading the first 2 books.
Yeah, but
so
she
we'll
can
see.
speed read. She's like Eisenhower.
No,
she
she's
can
more
read
like Johnny Five
Yeah.
from Short Circuit. She
She read a 1,200-page book in 4 days. I'm like, you are. Yeah, she's exactly like
Yeah.
Johnny Five, or
Yeah,
that
yeah.
guy in Africa that claims he can speed read. You've seen the meme. Go,
yeah.
keep going.
Okay, so anyway, so the creator of Last of Us, apparently they got the idea for the game after watching a documentary on cordyceps.
Yep.
Okay, and listeners, if you don't know what cordyceps are, it's actually it is true to form. It is like this fungus that it's a predatory fungus that ants get, and I think other insects get it as well.
Yep.
But ants get it, and
Well, each one's an individual strain to each insect. But
Yeah.
the cordyceps, it's the only predator fungus.
I feel like this would be like an interesting stop a Google moment though for listeners because and cordyceps is CORDYCEPS. Okay, so if you want to look up cordyceps and what it does to like ants, but what it'll do is basically like it'll pump chemicals into the ant's brain and into the muscles, or essentially, and then force it to like kind of go over to where the other ants are, to where it can then continue its growth series and then infect other ants with the spores, and then obviously furthering its own species.
Right. But then, like, but ants are wise to this. They'll carry the infected ant away and like chuck them off a log.
I love that. That's so interesting. To where it's like, get out.
Well, then it'll crawl up high and it'll grow like a 3-inch long. It's called a fruiting
spike.
like a fruiting body that will then explode and release spores and other.
Can you
ants.
like for YouTube watchers maybe drop a picture,
a
or something
horrific
like that?
image?
Yeah.
So basically, and essentially, that is the premise for Last of Us. So it's like it sticks as close to a scary scenario.
I even like, and I don't think this is a spoiler. Cut it if it is. Anyway, so make a short story long. Watch Last of Us. It's so good.
And we've all kicked those big mushrooms in the woods. It's
I
kind
know,
of
the
like
puffs.
the revenge.
Oh
of
my
these
God.
things. You're like, I'm sorry. Jesus. Actually, can I tell you real quick? Like before I came over, I don't watch music awards. I don't know anyone that does, but maybe this is an asshole.
Grammys?
Maybe this is an asshole thing.
The raspberries.
All right. So it was
Raspy?
like this. It's gonna have this artist. It's gonna have this artist, and it's gonna have Lizzo. And as I was walking by, my brain was like, "Is that a harness on Lizzo? like she's gonna fly on the stage?" Like, and
It's a 10-man
and
ballet.
listen, I'm an asshole. I know-
Like just a
yeah.
hold.
Yeah. Dude, like they're
remember-
holding down Gallagher.
No, do you remember?
Gulliver's Travels or
do
something.
no, do you remember in Squid Games when like they kept falling off
yeah.
the edge?
Oh, like the tug of yeah. And that's the other thing. And like I feel like an asshole, but it's just like I noticed there was more than one wire point to this harness, and all I thought was like, she gonna sing a Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball song.
Just a duet.
Yeah. No. And again, I'll cut this because
She's like, I came in like a wrecking ball.
I swear to God, if you're gonna attend the Grammys, the first two rows are gonna have to sign waivers.
You gotta wear a poncho.
Yeah, dude. In heaven help, if one of those wires break, it's gonna look like Ghost Ship.
Just like good music, right? Just like
So, anyways, I think I thought of that because did you see Doja Cat's outfit?
What?
Doja Cat. You've probably seen it.
yeah.
If you've probably seen it, painted all in red with.
I know the word cat, but
no,
what's the other word you're saying?
Okay, so listen, I knew I'd get
A
pushed back
dojo
from Adam.
cat?
I knew I'd get
Like
pushed.
a karate cat?
Yeah, that's exact. It's a Karate Cat.
Meow.
I knew I'd get pushed back from Adam. But here's the thing: if I was forced to pick like teams, I'm picking Doja Cat over Cardi B because first of all, I think she's a better artist. And if you watch the episode Dave, like we recommended, Doja Cat's in Dave.
I'm gonna have to sit out. You might as well be talking about sports.
I'll put a picture up. Doja Cat was drenched completely red body paint. You haven't seen this? And she looked like a polyp. You know what I'm talking about? She looked like a hemorrhoid.
Where's our fact checker? I need to see a picture of this.
Yeah, let's walk up with a picture or something. But for listeners, she was head to toe red paint, and she had over 30,000.
Are you saying Vision from Marvel?
Yo, yes, exactly. She looked like Vision. Yeah, she was covered in 30,000 Swarovski crystals. I'm like, what the fuck?
What's a Swarovski?
Exactly. Swarovski crystal is a combination of natural minerals and quartz.
Oh, she's like ribbed for her pleasure.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what she looks like is what's from Wakanda? Remember with all the scars? Michael Jordan.
Oh, Killmonger.
Killmonger. Remember in
sunburn,
in Black Panther?
Sunburn Killmonger.
Well, no, it's just like remember.
Yeah.
There's like I've got a scar for every person I killed.
So, and it's one of
That's
those.
terrible, by the way.
I mean, she looked like a full tampon.
You know she. Actually, you know what she looked like is that dude at the end of was it Sunrise?
Oh, Sunshine?
Sunshine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, it's one of those, like, I don't know. It worked as far as fashion. I think, like, if you're going to be, you want people to look at you, that probably took 8 hours to put that shit on. At least she suffered.
Can I ask? Can I ask something? Where is she American?
I have no idea.
What is where is she from?
I know her music is extremely catchy. She basically makes mind viruses that'll stay in your brain. Yeah, I got a in the crowd there. They know what I'm talking about. So,
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know that. For some reason, I thought Lizzo to that.
She came in like a wrecking ball.
Listen, no one's here for music recommendations. Listen to Russian Circles. There's none of that.
Dude, listen to Russian Circles. Listen to Pelican.
Yeah.
Listen to This'll Destroy You. Listen to Explosions in the Sky. And don't fucking listen to Lizzo.
I don't know. No,
Scumbags.
I'm not disparaging Lizzo. I'm just saying
I'm disparaged. I'll besmirch Lizzo all day long.
Listen
to the Budos Band. Listen to Menahana Street Band.
Dude,
Fuck all those guys. Listen to Tool.
Dude, listen. Theaters rig systems for Peter Pan plays, not the Emperor from Dune.
I get it. All right.
Moving on.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what we got here.
You said to do something.
Okay, hold on. All right. So, do you know who Shauna Ray is?
No.
Anybody?
But I'm
Shauna
terrible
Ray?
with names.
Okay, so I've had a few listeners write this into me. Now, Shauna Ray, she's developed a rare form of brain cancer when she was 6 months old. Now, and this is horrible. This is very traumatic. But she ended up when she was 6 months old, she went through a bunch of chemo.
Sure.
And the chemo ended up messing with the pituitary gland.
Okay.
So that stunted her growth intensely.
Is she the very, very tiny?
Yes.
Is she from India? She's like 18 inches tall?
No.
Okay,
She's actually 3'10" and 50 pounds. But she's 23 years old now, but she's essentially trapped in the body of an 8-year-old. Okay?
8-year-olds are way taller than 3'10".
Well, this particular one. Anyway,
Okay,
so
sure.
I mean, maybe you have some athletes there, Jake. I don't know. So anyway, but and I'll be honest with you, when I looked this up because like I said, had a few different listeners send this in to me, and I was like, all right, what the fuck is up with this? And researching it was real hard to do, because
You kept running into porn.
no, oh stop it. So anyway, so but no, the articles, every article involving her, and I get what they're doing because they were like, no, look, it's like a regular ass 23-year-old because she's got a tattoo. But I mean, how old's your daughter?
My daughter is 9.
Okay, now imagine her last year with a tattoo on her arm, and then
I've had nightmares where I give my kids back pieces, and I wake up and I'm like, it made sense in the dream. It's so much easier to do when they're little. They just
yeah. Just a touch up when they're
just
older.
don't do geometric things. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, imagine your daughter last year with pictures of her smoking, vaping, drinking a margarita, and even attending a pole dancing class.
This is why I won't let my daughter watch Wednesday.
No, it's
And she will be like, this is my personality. now. She doesn't need a mascot.
and as horrific as it was mainly because it reminded me of when I was 8. All the things I was doing.
Yeah.
No, it is actually pretty gross because I was sitting there I try to put myself no, objectively she's an adult, she's 23 years old, but it's still you just see this person you're grounded.
Dude, Epstein, Epstein comes out of the grave.
Yeah, he's doing a Thriller dance. So anyway, but there's a whole TLC show about her life and her quest for love, right? To find love. I know.
No, she should pair with Chris Hansen. Gotcha. Did I take your joke? I'm sorry.
Fucking piece of shit. Okay, so anyway, yeah. So anyway, God damn you. So after the first season, a guy emailed her, right, from across the pond, and he empathized with her plight and praised her strength, because I get it, like, she went through a lot. I'm sorry, but she's enduring a lot, and like I genuinely feel bad for her. Okay, but he flew all the way out to like Long Island, and they went on some dates and stuff like that, and all these dates, they were filmed on the show. Like, he was part of the show, right? I know. But, like, part of me, like, wants her to be happy. Then the other part wants Chris Hansen, you fucker, to walk out partway through the show. Because, like I get, like, having, like, I mean, because they were, like, emailing back and forth and, like, whatever, doing, like, online shit, whatever. And I could get, like, having, like, an emotional / mental attraction to someone that's 23 when you're 26. Right. You know what I mean? I get that. I respect it. But, like, also, like, I mean, I feel like you got to have, like, a physical attraction. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you went over and she was one of the 600-pound sisters, you're not going to be like, all right. You know, like, we had, we had the same favorite color.
Yeah. Suddenly that connection wasn't that strong.
Like, right? So, like, I mean, and again, like, he watched all this shit, and then he approached her. It's not like she, like, catfished him. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, like, someday we'll meet. Like, I have like a disorder. Like, you got like a split tongue or something. Like, what's up?
Yeah, I feel like pedophiles should do like a Survivor to get to date her. So, like, just like,
all right, now that you've all drank your own piss, we're gonna shoot you in the head. So anyway, but like, granted, like he, he was, after seeing her show, like, knowing her actual age and everything like that, they were chatting online. But like, that's like, I'm trying to, like, look at it objectively. But like, him doing all that, I guess, like, is much better than, like, just, like, throwing the wild card out there, be like, well, an 8-year-old body passing by that swing set might be 22. Let me see if I can set up a play date. Like, it's like, like, I get that he knew that she was legal, but at the same time, like,
we're on to you.
As you're fucking this 23-year-old, you're like, kind of also, like, fucking up, what is it, American Girl doll or something? It's pretty awful, right? Are you looking it up? Honestly, there you go. Listeners, do a stop at Google, because it's not fun. But this guy, he received so much public, what?
Did he get attacked for this?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I was attacking him in my brain. Yeah. But like he got so much, like, public grief that he's like, they're like, well, we've decided to take a step back and just work on our friendship.
Ah.
Yeah. Which, is that worse? I don't know. Yeah. So, like, I don't know, like, but then I sit there, I sit there and I try to empathize, because it's like, what's worse? Like, a 23-year-old with an actual, tangible, legit disability that's endured a lot of hardship, that's looking for somebody else, and happens to be somebody that's, like, 150 pounds heavier than her.
She called a pedophile.
Yeah, exactly. Or, like, I mean, what's the other thing for her? Like, if she were to, like, go after an 8-year-old, I'd be like, dude, what are you doing? You're 23 years old. Fuck off.
Listen, I don't have the answer here. I'm just here to tell you what the wrong answer is.
Thank you.
Like, I do.
But I hate that the world that we live in. I just know that the world we live in. I know that there's at least one porn producer that has drafted an email.
Oh yeah.
For an audition. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I hate this. I feel so bad for her, but it also, like, I want to burn everything to the ground.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
We're looking at the picture of it.
Here we go. This is for Jake. And listeners, Jake, for YouTube watchers, Jake is going to put this down. It's pretty gross.
Kill him.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry.
The picture will be right. That looks like a tiny girl. I'm sorry.
A child. Not girl. It looks like a tiny child.
This is one of those things. Like, it doesn't look like
you can throw as many tattoos and like I mean, she just looks like a Bratz doll. It doesn't throw a bunch of of blush on her.
It doesn't look like a little person. Like, there is not a hotel in the world that wouldn't call the cops.
Yeah,
if he was carrying her to the elevator.
Like I said, I try to be empathetic, and my heart goes out to Shauna Ray. But like, if she was like your, I would say, quintessential little person that's 23 years old and starting to get crow's feet, I would get it. You know what I mean? but like that looks like a child.
It looks like a child.
Yeah. So
100%.
And if he's plugging away at that, he's gonna plug away at another 8-year-old too, probably.
Listen, I think you might just embarrass yourself here, so I'm gonna join you with that.
What?
Like there was a conversation at work this
fuck
week.
did I embarrass myself?
No, you didn't. But you navigated a touchy topic admirably. So I'm gonna attempt to do the same. I didn't think I was gonna do this.
I'm so confused right now.
I think some bestiality is okay. Like I'm just gonna throw like
That's
listen.
the same thing.
Listen, this is a soundbite. No, it's like conditional.
Yeah, please.
It's conditional.
If he ever runs for
Yeah.
office, I think, bitch.
But so let me roll the camera back here. So what happened was one of my clients was with someone, or they knew someone who left someone who was with the guy, and basically this guy had a video release of him fucking a dog. Now that's awful. He should go to jail forever. But it started an interesting argument. Like, listen, if you fuck a bear, go for it. You know, like if you fuck like something that can kill you, like a lion or a giraffe, something that can kick a lion in the head and kill it, like a Siberian tiger, I would kick in on the pay-per-view.
Can I
for
go
that.
on a much like if you I mean we've joked about this in the past, but
I don't know why this feels like that, but this feels like that to me. To where it's just like I don't care if you figured the system out here, but like if you can find a way to not take advantage of something.
No, dig up, stupid.
No, listen. This is me digging down to what you just brought up.
No,
What?
it isn't. I'll tell you what. If you can throw fuck a snapping turtle.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly no. Adam. He didn't think he'd get there. He just got there. If you could throw fuck a snapping turtle,
Okay,
that's not illegal.
Besides the fact of the snapping turtle's mouth, look up a snapping turtle's throat.
That's what I mean.
That's the forbidden
This is the thing.
fleshlight.
I'm not rooting. I'm not rooting
Look
for
it up,
this guy
Jordan.
to.
Look it up, I dare you.
Yeah, I'm not rooting for this
Then
guy
put
to
your dick
win.
in it.
I'm rooting for this tiger to basically be a praying mantis. So,
Oh man. Okay.
but no, that little girl looked too much like a small child
I
for
just
that
don't-
to not be.
But like I said, like I genuinely, I feel bad for her because
do.
it's like, what is she gonna do? She can't date someone that looks like her because that's also a terrible thing. They're gonna play hopscotch.
But here's the other thing: she's also dating she's also dating someone that's the equivalent of 11 feet tall.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like nobody else here is dating giants.
I don't know.
You know
I've
what I'm
dated a
saying?
couple.
It's just like-
I've dated a couple 6-footers, and
That's
like
not
I
even
remember.
close.
I
Dude,
actually
he
have,
could throw her over a garage.
I actually have a really funny story. You know, it's like really funny when like you have your girlfriend's shoes and you're like, hold on, and then you put these tiny little like heels on, and you're like, bah, 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 right? You T-Rex it, and then all of a sudden you put on these and you're like, oh fuck, they're bigger than my feet. Oh no. That's a huge bitch.
Like along those lines, I think there should be a list of animals it's okay to fuck. Like a cobra, go for it. So,
Dude, Jake, are you okay?
they got 2 snake clits. I don't know.
They do have 2 snake
I'm trying to
clips.
help you out here. I'm like,
Hold on.
I'll balance it out.
Hold on, Rory's in hey, do dogs have clits?
Dogs have clits.
Okay.
Does anyone here disagree with me? Like, if you could fuck a lion, go for it. If you could fuck a hippo and grab those stupid little ears, you're gonna die.
Okay, so anyway, so
Or you're gonna plow through that.
I'm
Like-
gonna plow through
like
this
that guy with
hippo.
that kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. You brought it.
I'm
up.
quitting the podcast.
You're acting
All right,
like
so-
you didn't do the same thing.
All right, so now remember that kid in school who would remind the teacher at the end of class, like, oh, you didn't ask
Yeah,
for
we
the
all-
homework,
we all hate that
right?
kid.
You know, and like I can tell you right now,
I married that kid, I think. My wife. All right, Lynn. Sorry you broke your ankle this week.
dude. Okay, so
doesn't
Jake's wife just broke her ankle like 3 days ago, and I like the fact. Okay, so since you already killed my Chris Hansen joke, I'm just gonna tell you this. So the first thing I said, because Jake goes, hey, you know, like Lindsay broke her ankle, blah blah blah. Things might be a little weird for a while. You know, have to do stuff. I'm like, hey, no problem. And then I go, hey, did you tell her you have to put her down like a racehorse? He goes, I already made that joke. I was like, God damn it!
What good are you?
I just hear echo apparently.
Yeah.
So anyway, but no. So remember that kid who's like that, who'd be like, oh, you didn't turn in the homework, right?
Yeah, Kristen.
Now I'm gonna tell you right now, as an adult who has some friends that are teachers, they hated that kid too. Like, cause they didn't want to.
never thought of that.
They didn't want to grade that shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, and it's like, and like I have like this punch magnet, just like, you fucker, like, what are you doing? Why are you fucking us over? Yeah. Well, now, do you remember we've talked about in previous episodes about Chat GPT?
Yeah.
Okay, Jake, can you tell like what Chat GPT is?
I have like a limited.
Just a fast version of it.
All right, so Chat GPT
like
is
not like the Renee like catfish
No.
explanation.
So basically, AI is getting to a level
So once
where you
upon a
can.
time,
you
there
can
was a
basically-
guy named Alan.
Chat GPT is something anyone can sign up for. It's an open AI source, and you can basically ask it to write you a book report at an 8th grade level, and it'll do your homework for you. It's really interesting because it's very well put together. For example, it recently passed part of the bar exam. And
It passed the bar exam.
Yeah,
I saw an update on this.
So Chat GPT, and I think I saw that it was.
It could represent you in court.
That it will, and I saw that Microsoft was looking into buying it for potentially like $29 billion, which means Clippy's about to get an upgrade.
Looks like you should be. You should delete your browser history.
But basically, with Chat GPT, you could essentially ask it to design you a website in code, and it will also give you instructions on how to put that code where it needs to go. It's just a very revolutionary technology. But the problem is,
And it's
why
free.
would you do homework now? That's what teachers are running into.
So thank you. So now there's a 22-year-old like buddy fucker, right? that he's created this like program that can detect Chat GPT.
Nerd.
Yeah, thank you.
Fucking-
like this fucking punch magnet.
Bro, it's been like 4 months, man. Come on, like,
I know.
Give us a bit.
This fucking punch magnet. He's like a computer science whatever nerd from Princeton.
Sure.
And I've got a quote here. He goes, everyone deserves to know the truth. Hold on.
You're right,
Hold on.
you fucking
Jordan,
loser.
give me your glasses.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got to get into the character here.
Those Dahmer
Wait,
glasses.
these glasses? Hold on. Wait.
I'm wearing them
Relax.
next.
I just want to take some photographs. All right. Damn it. I can't read with these things. Okay, so.
Send them this way, boy.
All right, so. Hold on. Everyone deserves to know the truth, and everyone deserves a tool at their fingertips that can determine whether something is human or machine generated. Thank you.
You're Napoleon Dynamite instantly with those.
Friggin' everything's
Okay.
Anyway, thank you very much.
My virtual assistants in AI.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
they do the whole, like, if they misspell something, they'll do the asterisk to correct it.
Well, and so that's the thing. Everybody's like, this is great technology. It's like Google's laying off 12,000. Microsoft just laid off 10,000. Twitter's laying off. It's like, it's happening, guys.
Yeah. So, like, anyway, so what I'm getting at, thank you. Now I have a headache. So, but I just wanted to say
Why did
that.
I get them? Keep going.
You want the headache too?
Yeah.
Let's get on the same page. Either that or finish your drink. So anyway, so now teachers who you've been previously fooling with your like flowers of Algernon, like
That's the other thing. Kids that don't do homework are all of a sudden turning in
just
good
like
stuff.
their eloquence. You're like, through the roof. Like your teachers are gonna find out now.
But I did see you could ask Chat, be like, write me a summary of Hamlet in 8th grade level, and it would do that. It would use words like "whoa" and "cool," and it would.
But like I want like in the 90s, like totally tubular.
Yeah.
The way he was like
This shit is
radical.
fleet, or whatever. I don't
It's
know.
like, is this the intro to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
It is.
Oh man, that's an old joke. Get your prostate checked if you laughed at that. So okay, now I have to say that I was more of like the kid who would ask the teacher like the personal questions about their interests. Like those like leading questions to get them sidetracked off the lesson plan.
You're the distractor.
Like any compelling story that wasn't math related.
Yeah. What did you do on summer,
Yeah.
Mrs. Nelson?
Is that real?
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
cross stitch?
Yeah.
Like or whatever. I don't know. So anyway, but again, circling back to what I said, as an adult with friends who are teachers, they didn't fucking mind that either. Like they liked it.
They don't want to do it.
Yeah, fuck no. Like anytime, like as a kid, like they're like, they're rolling in the fucking big car with the TV and VCR on it.
Yes.
Teachers hungover tonight.
Yeah.
So I mean, am I wrong?
No, you're exactly right.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, Schindler's List.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. So like. So, okay, so I'm going to go right into my next one.
Yeah, I'm pretty much.
Are you out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. So I'm gonna go right into my next one here. Okay. So now I'm a big fan of this. So this is kind of hitting a little bit close to home. Now Adult Swim has announced that they will be cutting ties with Justin Roiland. Am I saying that? Roiland? Roiland. They'll be cutting ties with Justin Roiland.
Okay.
Do you know who that is? He's you love him. He's a creator of Rick and Morty, Polar
okay,
Opposites, right? And I think he's got another one out there as well.
I think I did see something about this. Okay.
Okay, so
go into what he did.
Adult Swim has announced that they will be cutting ties with Justin Roiland, but his show will go on, right? And now they're getting rid of him because he has alleged domestic abuse charges.
Sure.
Okay, and I don't know why.
Dude, just throw a sound booth in the cell with him. You'll probably get the best seasons ever. Like, he's got nothing but work in there. Like,
I mean,
that's the wrong thing to
wait,
do, to
hold
throw
on.
a yoke on the sexual assault.
I feel like a
horse or
few
whatever.
episodes back we talked about, was it R. Kelly that put out like a, it was
Yeah.
R. Kelly, didn't like Spotify and Apple like take down his entire shit because he released an album from prison
Yeah,
trying to
like-
get like money for the fucking canteen or whatever.
Yeah, okay, so
Get some Cinnabons or make some hooch in his toilet. Anyway, so now again, this is why
that sucks that he did that.
okay, but it's also alleged, and let me go into this. And I'm not whatever. All I'm saying is one of those like guilt, innocent until proven guilty kind of concepts,
Sure.
because it's still in court. Now he was charged, not proven guilty, but he's charged with felony domestic violence in 2020, right? And I'm
What happened that year?
yeah, right. Nothing that would make anybody upset.
Everybody
okay, so
closed in with their significant
yeah,
other.
no one will not do the dishes. So anyway,
I almost did the dishes. When we hit the
yeah,
table.
right
I was
there.
like, oh my
yeah. Okay, so actually, and the official listing, I just want to read this off. The official listing that he's been charged with is 1 felony count of domestic battery with corporal injury, which sounds real bad. And if he did it, fuck you.
Yeah,
right?
like-
Okay, 1 felony count of false imprisonment by menace. If he did it, fuck you. Okay, and then violence, fraud, / and or deceit. Okay. Now these are very awful
He
things.
locked someone in a room.
That's what it kind of sounds like.
Okay,
Maybe grabbed her and threw her or whatever. I hope he didn't beat her head in that. I mean, this is awful
It's
stuff.
very Rick.
Okay. Okay.
Like
That's still Rick. So anyway,
Not a
now
Morty
either
move.
way, they have still, like, regardless. I do want to say this, that, and I feel like this is maybe a lawyer thing to say, but one of his lawyers has said that he's expecting that the case will be dismissed.
They all say that. Like everyone.
That's what I'm
in
saying. Like, I
history
don't know if
says
they're
that.
like they're doing.
OJ was right. So, like,
Did the glove fit? I'm
it
just
did.
kidding.
It
I know,
is
yeah.
totally
No,
fit. If
he
you do
totally
this,
turned-
it won't fit.
He totally turned
It's
that
like,
chick's
yeah,
head
it
into a
won't go
Pez
on.
dispenser.
Like-
I'm sorry, but like that was an awful thing that happened to her. So Anna Nicole, right? Yeah. So anyway, but either way, Adult Swim has made their decision for termination. Now this does confuse me because I feel like he's essentially the show.
Right. He's
Because I
Rick
know-
and Morty.
He's Rick and Morty and like a bunch of other things. Obviously, like little things like Meeseeks and everything else.
Yeah.
But he's he's like, even if you just hear him speak, you're like, oh, that's that
Yeah.
character. Like how he hits certain things.
Yeah.
And I know that the interdimensional cable.
Yes.
And this is what just off of his creative weirdness, but like I'm pretty sure that a lot of that is just him ad-libbing weird shit.
Sure.
Him just like screaming into a microphone and then they animate it later or something. I don't know, but like it's just so weird. Like it, right?
You tell me they make Rick and Morty the way that Tool makes their music.
Yeah, essentially, right? Yeah.
Maybe that's the secret
Yeah,
sauce.
that's
I don't
funny.
know, the Szechuan sauce.
But yeah, there you go. But anyway, but Adult Swim, they have said, as I said earlier, that the show will go on without him, but the roles will be recasted.
Okay.
And so I started looking into this, and then I found a video. It's from last year, a video unrelated, but it happens to be Justin Roiland is doing a thing for Vanity Fair, and where he's actually watching videos of different people doing impersonations of his show characters.
Oh, so maybe he knows he's going to jail.
Well,
He said this
fair
was
enough,
last
yeah.
year. He's
Yeah.
like, I did it.
Well, I was
It's
gonna say,
happen.
like,
So-
well, there's my joke, because I was gonna say apparently he was like he didn't even
Yeah.
realize he was interviewing people for his job.
That's very
you know?
Rick. That's a very
You know,
Rick move.
so I wanted to tee this off. I wanted to see if Jake, off the cuff, you can pick any character
It's just gonna be Australian. It always goes under.
Oh, I don't know there, Rick.
You got
another shrimp on the ball be there, Rick.
Yep, you have so much better chance of.
All right, so I want to hear Jake, and I'm sorry for putting you on the spot, but I'm not sorry. You can fuck yourself. I want to hear you do any character you want from either Polar Opposites, which I don't think you've watched a lot of, or Rick and Morty.
I can't do it. I mean, I'll give it like any character.
Any character you want. Really good radio, by the way.
What's my purpose?
Oh, did you just do the butter?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, welcome to the party,
You just
buddy.
bunted.
No, let me. I'll
Okay.
actually try it. It's
All right.
gonna be bad. I've never been good at.
You control the editing. You could just edit. What you should just do is just edit in.
I'm just gonna like move
like
my
it's
mouth.
just
I'm
beautiful.
100%.
He's gonna be like this, like watermelon cantaloupe, watermelon cantaloupe.
Hold on, you think I'm not gonna do this? I am gonna do it. Like you'll see my mouth moving, you'll laugh at how bad it is. The audience will hear Josh Royland. So I don't even really have to put any effort into this at all. I'm in control of.
I dare
all
you to
this.
just mouth it.
I don't know how to mouth. But no, I'm a good sport. I really want to try this. I'm just bad at it to where it's like, I haven't drank enough to be Rick. Yeah, give me a Rick line. Like off the top of my head, I'm nervous right now.
I don't know. Morty, you're a piece of shit. You know that, right?
That's 10 times better. No one can do it. No one can do it. Yeah, like rub-a-dub-a-dub-dub. That's my new catchphrase, Morty.
Wait, what's
Yeah, Szechuan sauce. 6 seasons of Szechuan.
Yeah, never turn it off. Never. What is the what's the song that he was like take a shit on the floor? Oh, get swifty.
Yeah.
Get swifty.
Oh, maybe a song can help. Let me out. Let me out. This is not a dance. I'm begging for help. I'm pleading for help. Please just let me out. I'm locked in a vat in a garage.
Okay, thank you.
That was actually better than I thought I would do.
That was actually really funny, and I forgot about it.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. Like music impedes a stutter, so it's just like it helps. It helps.
Oh man. Okay.
What are you doing over there, Morty?
I can't do. I've tried a Morty. It's too high pitched for me. Wubble up dub. Okay, so you want to end on a catfish?
Yeah, we don't know what Adolf Linkler stood for, but.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read off 3 headlines here. These are, and 2 of them are fake. 1 of them is real. Jake has to figure out which one of these headlines from a real news article is real. Okay? So, number 1. All right there, Morty. Sorry. All right.
Where
so,
are my testicles somewhere?
Yeah. Okay. So, number 1, woman in sumo wrestling. I'm so excited about the Rick. You threw me off so much.
I tried.
with your
I actually
song.
tried.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Please, I hope you cut this because I'm like out of character right now. Okay, so, okay, okay. So, number 1, you're not gonna cut it.
No,
Fuck
this
you.
doesn't even do
You're
that.
a piece of shit.
You're
Piece of shit there,
You're
Jake.
piece of shit, Morty.
Okay, so, all right. Number 1, woman in sumo wrestler suit assaults ex-girlfriend in gay pub after she waved at man dressed in Snickers bar.
God, I hope that's true. Jesus Christ. That's like an episode.
Number 2, full-time Aladdin enthusiast, part-time flasher, shows party the world, complete with dangling a boo toy.
I can see that. Touch nothing but the lamp. I rub every lamp I see
Who's
just in
awakened me
case.
from my slumber?
Yeah. There's a little diamond in the rough over there.
Yeah. Okay, so number 3, local thespian pleads not guilty at DUI charges.
What's a thespian again?
An actor?
Okay,
so local thespian pleads not guilty at DUI hearing, states that she was method acting, play unknown.
She's trying out for Rick.
Yeah.
Whoa, what are you talking about, Morty? Yeah.
He's doing it. Yeah.
You gotta ease into it,
You gotta throw a couple fake burps in there, though.
Yeah.
Or real ones.
What was the number 2 again? Just real quick.
Full-time Aladdin enthusiast, part-time flasher, shows party the world, complete with dangling a boo toy.
I think that's my guess because parachute pants really lend to an easy out. You know?
Easy out?
Yeah.
I will show you the world.
Riff raff, street rat, scoundrel, take that. Just a little snack, guys.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, all right. So
That's
what
my
do you think?
guess. Number 2. You
Number
have
3. Number
I hope it's number 1. That's my secret hope.
They just escalated. I gotta go with 1.
Yeah.
1. All right.
Okay.
So now this is from June 2010. Okay.
So, okay.
A fancy dress party in one of Dublin's best-known gay bars took a sinister turn
Thank you.
when a woman attacked her ex-girlfriend in a row over a dressed-up sumo wrestler suit. Sorry, it was too stupid. Okay, so anyway, Sandra Salta Martin. I actually cut a bit because there's a bunch of bullshit in here.
It sounds like an Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but like a Never Sunny in London, or whatever. Like,
or Ireland, but yeah. So
we took The Office, they could take that. So.
Yeah. So Sandra Salta Martin. This is sumo assaulting the ex-girlfriend with a bottle hidden under her suit in a fit of rage at the George pub, which is a very Irish thing to do. I think is to just hide a bottle of liquor in you.
The best part about that is I bet it was allowed to go on for a while.
Yeah.
Because it was a sumo suit.
Oh, look at that fat one go.
Yeah. The fat bastard.
Yeah. So that's Scottish. But a Dublin court heard that things escalated as the victim waved at a man dressed in a Snickers bar. So Judge Catherine Murphy fined the assailant and 400 euros, adding that she hoped the accused would now put it all behind her. So
that's fair.
So good job.
I do want to say, like, I think the guy in the Snickers bar is brilliant because he could be like, listen, you're not you
going
when
in
you're
for
hungry.
a while.
You got to get a little Snickers in you. This is brilliant.
Hey, I hope it had the dick veins in there.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh man! Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wubble up dub.
Yeah, wubble up dub.
All right, so this has been real fun, guys.
Yeah.
We learned that Jake's okay with fucking animals, and
yeah,
you could do.
Yeah, that's what we learned. No, we learned that some of it's fine.
Oh man. Okay. Well, so thank you very much. This has been episode 106.
Thank you so much for watching 106 episodes of me. You'll see me next on
just
the
think
new
of
Rick
what you
and
could have
Morty.
learned.
Like, I'm pretty sure I nailed it, guys.
Yeah, seriously. No, I mean, just think about it. Each one of these episodes about an hour long, and going off of Jake's Groundhog Day thing here, you probably could have learned a skill by now.
You could have. The only other thing is, I don't
you
think
could probably at least do Stairway to Heaven on the guitar.
I don't think they'd hire me because my wife gets hurt way too much for them.
Oh,
they're
my
gonna be
God.
a little domestic abuse shy.
Yeah.
And she is clumsy.
I'm just gonna assume that you like Deliverance her, or not Deliverance. What is it?
Misery.
Misery. Yeah.
Like
Just
Kathy Bates
hobbled her.
hobbled her.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, but no, seriously, thank you very much, guys. You can leave reviews on Spotify. You can find us on Facebook. We've got a website coming up.
Yep. Lots of
Listeners,
stuff going on.
if you've got some
And
weird shit that you want to send us, let me know if I can make it funny.
cabinlaughs.com, get tickets for shows.
Yes, there you go. But my name is Adam. Bestiality is okay if I'm Jake Bussy Riley.
My name's Rick Bussy.
Okay.
I was just like, I don't know. He's talking about Morty.
All right, there, Morty. You know, later boners and Morty.
You're such a piece of shit. You're such a little piece of shit. You're touching my stuff.
Later boners.
Bye.
You met me at a very strange time in my life.
With your feet on the air, your head on
Dude, I'm actually like amazed. I was like, I forgot about
tried.
Little Rick. This is not. Dude, this is too. I'm gonna have to go watch.
help. I'm pleading for help. Please just let me out.
It's so good. I'm gonna like YouTube. I know I'm gonna as soon as you fuckers leave, I'm gonna totally YouTube this shit. Or I'll do it now. Fuck you guys. This is not.
It's like put in water. It's like, what is this? Stegosaurus. Like a little spongy.
I saw a meme that was
It's super funny.
I saw a meme that was just like, I don't know why the Shrinky Dinks never got into the tampon business. What a fun little surprise to find out if you have a carnivore or not.
Dude, can you imagine like Orbeez? You look like Violet from eating Wonka.
Violet, you're turning violet. It's toxic shock.
You just look like a reverse Kirby.
Yeah.
Just shoot out.
Very spoiled.
All right.
Right
That's a
about when
good
like
one.
dudes are like pulling their eyes out, like then I realized that she did not like scary movies at all, all. Yeah, just like that. She's like, I was like, and I didn't know what it was. This is in the '90s. I was like, I think it's a space movie.
No, it's an intense one. No, Event Horizon was the first time I rented it with my dad, and you're talking about when they decoded the video and they're like pulling your eyes out. I just remember my dad was like, "All right, you finish it." He just left the room. And I was like 13. And I was like, "Okay, I gotta let him know how it ends." It's the first time I pushed him too far. So.
You just threaten him, Dad. I'm gonna put on Event Horizon.
Right? Yeah. Raise my allowance, or I'll show you that video again.
Honestly, like speaking of your parents, so like I was starting to tell you that earlier.